Good evening, parents. This is Mr. Salceda, and this is a recording of our parent meeting from Tuesday, September 21st, about the EF Tours Boston trip. So you don't have to RSVP on this screen. This is just a video to get you guys up to speed if you missed the meeting. So that is just a view of Boston Harbor. We're going to be on our trip for 5 days, which I'll go more in depth here in a little bit. That's historic Boston. So to introduce myself, if you haven't met me or don't already know me, I'm Mr. Salceda. I teach social studies here at Leggett. I am going to be on the trip with your kids. I've been teaching here since 2019. My first travel experience was to Mexico as a kid, but I have been on two trips with EF Tours, which is our tour company. One to Costa Rica and one to Spain and Italy. More than anything, I'm excited to travel with your kids because they're going to learn and have fun. And, this is an experience that, not every kid gets to have or will have just because, it's just a great experience. So here's what we're going to cover. We're going to cover the About Me. We're going to cover some details about the tour, our travel partner, EF Tours. We're going to talk about safety and support and what's included with your with the price and reserving your spot. So these are some of the things we'll get to do. Some like highlights. We're going to get to the Salem Witch Dungeon Museum, which is where they burned witches during the Salem witch trials. We're going to Bunker Hill and Harvard. We're going to get to see where the first shot of the American Revolution was fired on the Lexington Battle Green. And your kids won't be as excited, but we're going to get to go to Cheers from, the Cheers TV series. So we're going to get to do a lot of cool stuff. So these are some pictures of, this is historic Boston. This is the harbor. Boston Common, which is just a big park, and Quincy Market, which is a market. So here's our travel window. Our first day that we will be able to leave is June 26th. And that travel window means basically we'll leave either from June 26th or 5 days after. So believe the first. Will be the last day that we'll leave, and then the 30th, 31st. I'm sorry. And the last possible return date would be July 4th. Like I said, it's gonna be a 5-day trip, so that does not mean we'll be leaving June 26th and coming back July 4th. That's just our window. We will know exactly when we're leaving, like confirmed by 90 days before the trip. So this is why we plan ahead. A lot of kids had questions. Why are we doing this? So, 2 years in advance. Well, number one, it's something for kids to look forward to. I know a lot of trips like this are contingent on our kids passing, not by the school, but by my parents, and kind of keeps them, on the right track because it's something to look forward to. There are flexible payment options with smaller installments, meaning, that we're going to be able to pay it off. You don't have to pay everything at one time if you don't want to. We're going to come back to risk-free enrollment, and then you get to reconnect with the world. I know we here at Leggett have not done a lot of remote learning this year, but we've kind of been cooped up, not traveling as much. So this is going to be a good way to for the kids to see the world. And risk-free enrollment means that if you sign up during our enrollment window, which we'll cover in a little bit, you can cancel risk-free with getting 100% money back February 1st of this coming February. Here's why we travel with EF Tours. EF Tours is the world leader in educational travel. So they've been doing this for more than 50 years. They are in 500 schools and offices worldwide. So they're everywhere. EF Tours is an accredited institution. So for example, if your kid needs credit for like dual credit or things like that, they can do a project on EF to like on the tour and get that, use that as credit because they are accredited. And they have a peace of mind policy. They have many, there are many ways to make sure your kids are safe, and there are many ways to get in contact with them. So our safety, which I know is the biggest question, we're going to have a 24/7 tour director. So our tour guide is going to be, he or she will be with us the entire trip. They'll be staying in the same hotels we will, be eating the same place we will. They will be with us from the moment we get there. They'll be picking us up from the airport the moment we leave, and they drop us off at the airport. We also have a 24-hour emergency support. So if you need something, if you need to get a hold of your student and for some reason their phone is dead, or we don't have service, you will be able to contact us some way, somehow. We have a professional overnight security. So even when we're asleep in the hotel rooms, there will be security in the hallway, making sure kids don't sneak out, making sure, everyone is safe. No one's getting in, no one's getting out when they're not supposed to. All the adults that will be traveling, even the teachers, we will be required of background checks. If you as a parent would like to come and be a part of the trip too, even though you'd be going as a traveler and not a chaperone, you will still get a background check. And then all the chaperones will be teachers. Obviously, some might be also parents if their kid is a student, but there will be teacher chaperones. EF Tours is one of the first recipients for basically a travel award for safe travel, as you see down in the bottom left corner. So we have traveler support. Basically, we'll have an expert that you can call even before the trip. They will be able to tell you, and I can give you the numbers here in a second. They'll be able to answer any of your questions, your what ifs, even the things that we haven't even thought of. From questions about the payment plans to what your kid needs to pack, they will be able to give you that information if for any reason me or Ms. Roberts, our tour liaison, can't. If for any reason, like your kids are eligible to apply for an Explorer scholarship, that will help them pay for the trip as well. And that is the website that they can go to if they want to apply for a scholarship. And then you will have a personalized travel page when you sign up. Once you sign up, you'll gain access to this page, and it's going to include the giving page, which works like a GoFundMe. You can share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and people can go and donate to your kid for their trip, and 100% of the donations go right to their EF account to pay for their trip. So that's really awesome. Like I said, it works just like a GoFundMe. You can share it with people and they can donate money. So your sign up has the protection plan options. So the $99 travel plan protection plan covers, you just roll it into your total payment. It covers flight delay. If for any reason our flight gets delayed and we need to change flights, and even if it's more expensive, it'll cover that. Tour interruption coverage. So if for any reason something happens that we have to put a hold on the tour and we have to stay an extra day because of that, it'll cover that. Baggage and property coverage is basically insurance for your student's property. If something gets lost, if something gets damaged, it'll cover that. With the protection plans, either one of them, which you will get a maximum refund if you have to cancel, meaning you'll get all your money back except for the protection plan fee and the deposit. And then, so with the travel, this is where the difference is. The travel plan protection plan is only cut for covered reasons. So like a kid is throwing up, has the flu, and they can't make it, you can still cancel on the day of, or until the day of the departure. Now, the travel protection plan plus, which is $279 on top of the payment, your normal price, cancels for any reason up until the day of the departure. You can get your full refund. That includes your kid gets a pimple and says, "I'm not going on this trip because I have a pimple." That's fine, and that's with the plus plan. Now, here's what's included in the price and what you are paying. So round trip transportation, flight there and back. Full-time tour director, which we said they're going to be with us 24/7. On tour transportation, so any buses or for any reason we have to take a taxi or anything, we'll cover that. Safe quality hotel rooms. We're not going to be staying in cheap motels. We're not going to be staying in 5-star hotels either, but we're going to be staying in nice hotels. It'll also pay for our guided tours and activities. If we go anywhere and need a guide, it'll pay for that. It'll even cover the tips and gratuities to those guides. All 3 meals will be covered all 5 days. So really your kids only need to bring extra money for like souvenirs. And if they want snacks outside of those 3 meals, this also pays for professional overnight security, like we said. And we have a 10-to-1 chaperone ratio, student chaperone ratio. So that means for every 2 students, we'll have another chaperone. We will have a personal learning guides, basically like a pamphlet or just a way for them to the kids learn more while they're traveling. We have 24-hour emergency assistance and illness and accident coverage. So if they get sick or something, if there's an accident, it's like an insurance for them too. And we have a travel support team, people that will be by our side and be able to help us out whenever we need to. Plus, your kid gets a snazzy little backpack down in the right-hand corner. So this is how we're going to make it happen. There's $50 biweekly payments of $40 after the $95 deposit, or $99 monthly payments, $100 basically. The full price amount is $2,068, and that is included is the $95 deposit. Which, like you said, if for any reason you have to cancel, that's the money you wouldn't get back, that $95. Now, if you enroll today, you'll get that $50 off. So I will go back if anyone needs to see that again. And so this is why we do this. We plan so far ahead. You are able to pay with monthly payments. And so if you are ready to travel, you can enroll now while spots are available, and go to either the link or use your phone to scan the QR code. Now, it says we have 20 spots available and our enrollment window closes September 24th, 2021. I know that sounds scary, especially because some of you won't be able to see this until the day after the meeting. It's fine. If we have more than 20 students, we will change, that number will change. That is basically our minimum amount of kids to go on the trip. We need 20 students to sign up. So we get more, yes, we want as many people as we can to come. So if you are interested, and I understand, that first, when you sign up, it's going to ask you for the deposit. And if for any reason, you can't pay the $95 right now, but you will, say next week, get with me. I can give, the school has my phone number. You can call me through the school or what have you. And we can work a day out that you can pay that. It's the 24th is not, it is the deadline, but we can extend that if we need to. Like I said, we want every kid that wants to go and is able to go. And like we said, this is this trip is going to be from this year's 7th graders to this year's 11th graders. So summer 2023, if they're going into their freshman year, or if they have just graduated, they are welcome to come on this trip. Now, some questions that some students have asked me, I can go ahead and answer here. For example, if you have to move from now until the trip, there are options. Even if you are not able to get the protection plan, for example, you can get a travel voucher and you can travel with EF Tours on another trip at whatever school you go to, things like that. Then the other question I had a lot of kids ask me is, can they bring can a friend sign up from another school that really wants to come and join them? Yes, as long as that student's parents are comfortable with that kid going with teachers from another school, then yes, they're welcome to. Like I said yesterday, and like Ms. Roberts said, we want as many people that can make it to come on the trip. So if kids from other schools want to come and they're, friends with your kid, you can share this link with their parents and they can sign up to and join us. If there are any questions that you may have for me, like I said, you can call the school, and I will give you the number. For their hotline that you can ask questions for. It's not on here. Their number is 888-333-9756. And like I said, yes, parents can come if you would like to sign up and join on the trip and pay for yourself. And yes, you are welcome to come as a parent, not a chaperone. You will not have the chaperone responsibilities. You'll just be another traveler. So if there's any question, like I said, if there's any questions, you can use that traveler support number, and I'll say it again, it's 888-333-9756. And if you need to get a hold of me, you can call the school and they can give you my cell phone number if I'm not here or if I'm not available through my school phone. And if there's, so I hope you can come with us. I hope your kids are excited. I am very excited. And we'll see what happens.